thankfully these guys decided to remake the game for us. So hey, here we go. We've got Virus, featuring their player Bly here as the red Zerg in the, let's call it the bottom left. And meanwhile, at the bottom right, Killa here as the orange Protoss. So a PVZ here on Tall Darim Altar, which is always a mouthful to pronounce. This is the GSCL version, if you are curious. Honestly, I think it's a bane that we have to deal with a bunch of different versions of maps these days, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. As the game is going to progress, we're going to see more and more people just. We're going to see these maps just be fine-tuned and fine-tuned over and over. The little changes make a huge difference in competitive play. You got to keep that in mind. Therefore, every single exploit or any imbalance, if you will, is going to get removed from these maps. Is going to get fine-tuned over time, and eventually, hopefully, we'll reach Nirvana. We'll get that perfect map. Of course, by then, most of us will probably be dead and buried playing Starcraft, 8 up in heaven. Hopefully, so we can hope. We do see a forward pylon here, so likely going to see a gateway here or a forge here just to secure this fast expand. Meanwhile, I will be so kind as to go to busy. Yep, there we go, the forge first. So we like to call it greedy fast expand. This is not because it is all that greedy, it's pretty safe there with the forge, as soon as you get those cannons down. But it is greedy because you skimp a lot on army for a very, very long time. Meanwhile, Bly actually going pool first here, so aggressive opening by him. Not going to go for the fast expand, which you would think is typical on this map. Oh my god! Look at that! Bly pulling up the Manor Evolution Chamber! Amazing play here! Building the hatchery, getting the creep, and then cancelling it right away and going for the Evo Chamber. A Manor Evo Chamber pulled out here by Bly. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen this play. Another pylon going down here, and the forge already down. Yeah, he's gonna have to place a cannon here, and even then, once he takes this down, the Broodlings are gonna come on out. Oh man, denying the fast expand. gutsy play. We're still gonna see a cannon here at the choke, basically because honestly, Killa has no choice. He needs to do this. Sick play here, and Killa here just trying to hide a pylon. It's not going to do much. Cannon's never going to come up there. So the pylon's going to go down. The cannon aggression is going to be denied. And Bly's going to have safely expanded. Meanwhile, the Manor Evo Chamber is still in place. Finally, the cannon now getting shots off. Just at the edge of his range. The 7 score going down as well. Oh, man. He's really going for that probe. Splatter. They're gone. And yeah, the fast expand. The not so fast expand in place. Zerglings really can't do much. You can hope to maybe bust it with a few banelings, but it's very tough to actually get in here. Please note that you have to have the probe here to actually get a full wall. You can't just block this with just a zealot. Units will slip through. And the Overlord just out of sight of the cannons. Hiding behind the trees. We do with the Starcraft being chrono boosted out, so he does need to hide this Overlord somewhere a bit more safe. Wonder if we can hide it up here and be safe because it's high ground. I doubt it. Oh, he might be able to. Yep. Oh, there's just a small blind spot where you can hide it. Now he's gonna start taking damage, even taking damage from the cannon. Oh, that's not good. Cannon doing a ton of damage right away, so he is gonna lose his Overlord. Hey, small little slip up. He's gonna be food capped. Meanwhile, he's already getting 2 more Overlords. And now Killa actually moving out, just breaking the contain. Once I got rid of these Zerglings, meanwhile, I don't think Killa can really counter push in this position. He's got 1 gate. So he can't do all that much. No, he needs to go for the eco. Otherwise, that fast expand is just a huge investment, which is going to waste. Regardless, sick play by Bly early on. You gotta remember that one. And it's also honestly a play that you're not used to spotting, you know. So I like, you know, the 300 minerals probably gonna go for that quick hat. Oh, going for the manor instead. Completely caught me by surprise. I'm assuming, you know, this is not a play that most of us have faced a lot. And we see this double Stargate here now coming up for Killa, as well as Hallucinate going down as well. Interesting. He doesn't have much sentries at all. So he's got his one sentry. And he's researching Hallucinate. I don't think this is a good idea. Mainly because, of course, you know, this is so gas intensive. He's even going for Void Rays. So very gas intensive play. You can't also get a lot of sentries out, so you can't really get all that much Hallucinate done. Meanwhile, Burrow is being researched here by Bly. He's getting that Roach Warren out. Might be going for the Tunneling Claws. See that lair is already finished. Neither Roach Speed nor Tunneling Claws going down yet. No, there we go. There's Roach Speed going down. And the Stalker just patrolling there. Honestly, patrolling it here was a good decision because, you know, that actually, you know, make sure that you don't get scouted. But now the Overseer is going to fly. And this is going to scout. Yes, it should scout the Stargate. Oh, it sees a Chrono Boost, and there we go. It sees the Stargate. Sees both. Meanwhile, checking the front as well, so making sure that he can get some scouting done. And oh, the play is spotted. Another Void Ray is going to come out. And now the transition is to Phoenixes. That is going to be the follow-up. This is going to be very tough to defend for Bly. Bly needs to get more queens out. He's only got 2 queens out. Needs to group these queens up. He's getting a Hydra Den as well. So I'm assuming he's going to have to spawn a lot of Hydras. Oh yeah, there we go. 3rd queen just pops just in time and looking to do a lot of damage on his first Void Ray. Really should have charged up those Void Rays on the Overseer, but instead it's going to just take out this Expo. Going to make sure that Bly cannot secure his 3rd. Charging on up. Nice cancel there by Bly, actually keeping his drone alive. Now go for the spawning pool here. There's a lot of Hydras popping out. And the lift there on one of the Hydras, really this Phoenix is going to get focused down instantly. There we go. So the lift really not worthwhile. And we look at this bottom line, though this is a scary Air Force. You know, Bly's in great position. There we go. Takes out 1 Void Ray. Takes out a 2nd as well. Can he get a 3rd? No. Off creep. These Hydras are just too slow. Reducing the 3rd once again going now for Bly. It's also going to spread the creep a little bit more. This is an awkward position for Killa to be in. Kind of a situation, okay, what do I do now? Well, the option he's going for is getting those double... He's actually going double robotics right now, as well as a robotics bay coming out. So he wants to get those Colossi out in high numbers. Of course, Colossi against Hydra quite good. If you get that +2 upgrade, he's getting +1 right now. If he gets a +2 upgrade, they will melt. Meanwhile, +1 missile attack also going down for the Zerg. He was getting Hydra range as well. Hydra range, of course, crucial upgrade. And Tunneling Claws. You know, we were talking about it earlier. We were expecting, well, I was expecting some kind of Tunneling Claws bay. And there is another base going down here. There's another base going on for Bly. But these Phoenixes are patrolling around the map, trying to get something done. And look at that. Moving in with the Void Rays on the other side of the map, losing 1. And just 2 left now. 1 heavily damaged. Oh, the drone here flying under these Phoenixes. So if Killa saw that, if he was kept his eye on the minimap, and he definitely should see this now. Oh, no, those are going to be Maynard, of course, to this Expo. So he's not going to be able to spot those. But he should expect that there is an expansion up here somewhere. Void Rays now trying to abuse their range, flying over the Hydras. Oh my god, what a blunder. Ay, micro mistake there. Bly almost could have spotted the creep if he had just gone a little bit further, but nope. I guess Killa is just gonna go for this huge use Protoss Death Ball. He's gonna hope to get enough gateway units out to defend his Colossi and hope to get something done that way. He's getting a third up right now, but really it's starting to look more and more grim as this goes on. We see that there's a lot of army just streaming out right now for the Zerg. He's actually behind an army supply, surprisingly enough. Of course, that's because the Colossi take so much food. And here we go, has the high ground fight, taking down the pylon here. This is a bad point for the Zerg to engage. There we go, he doesn't have the Corruptors yet. So it doesn't have a good way of actually dealing with the Colossi. Corruptors will definitely be of good benefit though. Instead he's focusing on getting a lot of roaches out. He's also going for Hive Tech. Has the infestation pit, the infestation pit of course down. Requirement. And there come the Corruptors finally. I was waiting for those. He was getting the +1 upgrade, so clearly he was hoping to get them. They're the perfect counter against this kind of Colossi army with very little gateway units. I mean, if you look at the anti-air there's a good number of Stalkers and there's some Phoenixes, but that is it. Now we might see a confrontation. This is a good time to pick a fight for Killa. A nice force field there, cutting the army in half. The army here in the back not being utilized at all. Now finally getting that into play, but already way behind there. The Protoss Death Ball picking a perfect timing to engage. Now what can he get done? He's making his way forward slowly but surely. And where will his momentum end? This is going to be the question. It's going to be up to these Corruptors to get a good angle here. Now, it would be perfect if they're engaging here right now. But nope, instead is just waiting for it. All the creep is getting cleared. And Killa just holding back here now. He decides, hey, I cleared all these creep tumors. The creep should dissipate very shortly. Oh, but here we go. Bly picking his moment to engage, picking his point to engage. And on the back foot right now, Killa trying to run away. Beautiful force use there at the choke. Tiders in the back, still in the battle, but not being able to focus fire where they want. The Corruptors now taking down the Colossi. The Colossi are out of the battle, but the Roaches are down as well. Roaches taking too much of the brunt of that attack. And if Mortals, of course, Mortals do amazing damage against those Roaches. The Corruptors now forced to fall back, and a Greater Spire going down as well. Greater Spire is somewhat of a natural follow-up. It's largely because, of course, if your Protoss opponent switches out of Colossi, then suddenly your Corruptors are just floating there. And as awesome as Corruption is a very good ability. It's not really worth having those Corruptors around just for that. You can suicide them, but hey, if you have them anyway, why not make them into those Beard Lords? Meanwhile, Killa is trying to secure his fourth. It's probably about mined out in his main. Yeah, it's mined out in his main. His natural still going for a little while. Of course, because of the Manor Evolution Chamber. It's going to take a little while for that to get up. And both these players are taking their time macroing up here. It's a bit of a standoff. Bly has this expansion here, which really he hasn't been able to utilize. His main is mostly mined out, but let's face it, he had this expansion here up. As well as the later third here. Slightly delayed third. So he's got plenty of resources to work with. We see Meanwhile just to focus on attack. We see Storm here going now for Killa. And of course, make no mistake, Archon's actually quite good in ZVP as well, PvZ. Of course, you do need to get those High Templars a little bit earlier now. Have to save up that energy. Meanwhile, the Brood Lords are already out. And the Broodlords are also, known fondly by their nickname, the GG unit. Once they come out, it's almost impossible to stop them. It's going to come down to some perfect defense with the Blink Stalkers. Or actually, well, this is why you want to get Blink. I don't think he actually did get Blink on his Stalkers. Well, yeah, actually he did. Bit of a miss by me, but hey, that's going to be good. Definitely something you want to have against these Broodlords. And look at that. At the Zelnaga Tower, he can actually get vision of this. So he's aware of those Broodlords coming on in. Still playing defensive. He's on the back foot. He knows he needs to get away from the Broodlords. Can't really get a good angle on him. Storm there on the Roach is really not a good storm at all. And a huge arc here by both these guys, but really with these Broodlings just coming out in high numbers is going to be very tough. We see aggressive blinks by the Stalkers because they know they need to take out their Broodlords, or they're going to be in a ton of damage. These are nice storms. They're killing off a lot of the Hydras, but regardless, these Broodlords are still coming in. The Stalkers not able to take them out. We saw a few more Corruptors trying to morph into Broodlords. That's not going to happen. Meanwhile, a lot of reinforcements coming in by Killa. So, Bly does need to be very careful here with his Broodlords. Might be playing a bit too aggressive against the amount of Stalkers there is. Now Void Ray's out as well. Void Rays, of course, can be dealt with those Corruptors. He's trying to take down a cannon with those Broodlings. And more Stalkers just being warped in. He's got more than enough to take out this force now. Reinforcements need to come in by Bly right away. There we go. The Void Ray's coming in first, but the Void Ray's getting focused down almost instantly. The Stalkers now trying to blink forward, but the Roach is coming in just in time to defend here. The cannon now down at the choke of the Natural. Killa on the back foot, under fire. Constant siege just going down by the Broodlings. The gateway being focused down, and now the gateway to his main is open. Killa now with a do or die offense, using this funnel to make sure that only a few Roaches can get into this battle, but he still does not have enough units to actually combat them. And now his gateway units are going to be under pressure. We do see that there is a few Void Rays just trying to take shots at the Broodlords, taking them out, but the Corruptors now finally noticing, going for the kill there. And the Roaches are going to take down the last few gateway units. It looks like Bly is unstoppable right here, going for the third, taking that down. More Broodlords now morphing on in the cocoons in place between the Natural. The third goes down. The fourth still mining away, but still the production now is going to be under fire. Killa trying to do whatever he can, warping in whatever units he can. Void Rays coming out, Immortals coming out, the Stars coming out, but it's not going to be enough. Pulling all the probes at his Natural. This is trying to deal with these Roaches. The Corruptors, actually, is that enough Corruptors to deal with these Void Rays? Just barely, because of Void Rays not focusing the Corruptors, focusing the Broodlords instead. So he is going to lose those as well, otherwise he could have at least taken down a few of these Broodlords. But nope, the Natural is going to fall as well. Bly has all the momentum in this matchup. Tango down. More and more units are just going to be streaming, and the gate has been opened. There's no stopping them now. Charge Lots trying to do a desperation attack, but nope. Good game is called by Killa. And that means that Bly is going to move on to the next round in this Zotac Cup number 55. Now, once again, I'm Martin, aka Mumbles, known from GLHF.tv. You are watching Kaos TV. Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for more action because we'll be right back.